Well, I'm Ryan, I'm the lead singer.
I'm Cullen, I'm the bassist.
I'm Jake, play drums.
I'm Sean, I'm guitar.
Okay, so guys, you were headlining tonight here at the O2 Academy at this Emma Scott Presents gig. What were your favourite tracks that you played tonight? Because they're from your CD that's coming out, aren't they?
Yeah,
Don't Get Offended was my favourite track.
well, Don't Get Offended went extremely to plan.
It's always good. It's a reliable track that we always know that if ever the set's going a little bit downhill, then we can play that track and just pulls it out of the bag.
What I mean is we completely fucked it up. So,
What do you think went wrong then?
if we allocate ourselves roles in the drama,
we kind of improvised the ending, but it's still got a good
reception.
And it still felt good as well. So.
My favourite is always when we play the last song. Always goes down quite well. It's quite
Midnight
atmospheric.
Yeah.
Midnight song by
Yeah.
Tunes.
And do you all contribute to the writing and composing?
It's mainly this guy over here, isn't it? Shawnee, who writes the initial.
I can't take all the credit. I normally come up with some kind of guitar riff or piece, and then lately I've been sending that to Gwilym to get the string section done, and then I guess you write your own vocals, and everyone kind of.
We all do our own role.
I was going to
basically.
say, do you do it all together or do you?
Well, the kind of the touching up happens. The last bits happen together, but we all do our own separate bits.
Because we're in different cities.
Well, when you got two people in Cardiff and one in Stafford, and then
When did you all get together and start off?
4 years ago, was it?
Wow. You and I played
No,
when we were about
me and Jake were in a band before.
beforehand, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was in a band with two guitarists, one of which sang, and I was in class with Gwilym, and I just went up to him and said, "Do you play an instrument? Come to band practice tonight." So he did. And
I've been playing bass for 2 weeks as well.
so after that, we've been a unit in a drum and bass kind of.
and then me and Sean decided we wanted to. Well, Sean approached me. I was actually the drummer originally in the band, but you play Betty the Good on the dance floor in the school music room. And things kick off, don't they? So.
Yeah, well, you always wanted to be the front man, really.
We had Jake.
So,
I didn't really want Jake in the band, but he kind of forced his way in.
And then that's why we're not signed. And,
how would you describe your music?
Oh, give that one to me. I
You
don't know. We've
Original.
We've definitely changed. Well, we'd like to think it's a little bit original. We've definitely changed. We've got more pop, I guess, as we matured as a band, I guess. But it's kind of seen as a bad thing to be pop. But it depends what kind of pop it is. I think we kind of play pop music but deliver it in a more alternative way rather than.
I think when you hear it live, it's a lot heavier. Than
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, sure. But it's not, a lot of rock bands are kind of like they're influenced from blues and things like that. Honestly, we're not.
What sort of things are you into at the moment?
if you asked every single person, they'd tell you something different. It's probably the biggest range in music. Gwilym likes Blink-182. Sean likes the Horrors and the Smiths.
My music taste just never really changes. I've always been a fan of like Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Explosions in the Sky.
And I like Arctic Monkeys and whatnot. And,
Depends what we have in there.
But I think if all four of us liked one band a lot and were inspired by just one band, then we would just sound like that band.
Yeah.
So it's good that we're all kind of
Yeah.
bit different.
influenced from different things.
So you're quite happy with the direction we're going at the moment?
Yeah, it's quite exciting.
I don't know what direction are we going.
We change our minds with direction every day. So at the end of the day, we write songs that we like.
You just go with the flow?
Yeah, we band practice is always a laugh even if we don't do anything. Well, we were saying earlier, all the bands we played before us seem to be signed on, but we just enjoy playing. But then we've just
How did you get this
just
brand?
took off.
That was.
That's down to
I just emailed Emma Scott and just said, "Here's our Facebook and our tunes are on there. I hope you like us." And she got back to me by email and just said, I really like your music. Do you fancy a gig at the O2? And then that was our last gig that we played when we were supporting, and then that went really well. And then from that, joined a headline. So,
Brilliant.
and here we are now. So,
And did you mention on stage that you had one of your tracks played on radio?
yeah, 2 times Emma's played on a radio show, I think, on a podcast as well.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
BBC Hereford and Worcester's played our track on the BBC Introducing, isn't it? So,
I think we're, in fact, did you say we're one off? If you get paid 3 times and you go on to national radio, so.
I think always put forward, yeah, something like that. So, awful.
What would you describe your fan base as?
Local. They're brilliant. As in, like, we can guarantee if we ask people to come, you know, it might be the same thing, but then they just come there regardless, really.
So where have you been gigging?
That's the thing, I mean, because we don't really gig around Birmingham very often, and because the majority of the time we're at uni in the year, when it comes to summer we play like all the kind of
standstill.
the gigs and the festivals that we get offered. Really, we just play wherever. Just like what I said, we just like to play.
Have you got any plans to sort of branch out from there?
Yeah,
We'd love to.
we'd love to, and that's kind of like next step. But
Have you got a manager?
No.
we do not at the moment. No.
It's all about opportunities, isn't it?
Anyone's watching?
I think if we get the opportunity to support someone that we like, or if we were just happening to be someone that watched us and was in a place to give us that kind of opportunity, would be be fantastic. But
Which bands then are you feeling that you'd like to be on stage with?
Paul.
Well, there's a few bands from around Worcester who are doing quite well at the moment.
Yeah, Peace and Swim Deep.
Peace and Swim Deep.
And they're friends of ours. The few of them we get on alright with.
Yeah.
And so it would be nice to play with them, but I think they're still kind of finding their feet in the music industry as well. So they're not going to be able to take any passengers right now.
Well, you're in the right place, aren't you? Because the Midlands is getting a big profile at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, gigs like this really help as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you feel about the social network sites? Because you've only just come on board with Twitter. What is the band's Twitter?
Well, I don't know if we're on Twitter, the band, but I guess like the band members are on
Right,
Twitter.
so
So we might promote it that way.
Right.
Yeah, it's a funny thing though, because I mean, I know some bands that have got like thousands of fans on Facebook, but then when one of their gigs, they haven't got that many fans actually at the gig. So, you know,
we're quite the opposite. Like we've got a good 300 or whatever they are, but at the same time we can bring the same people every.
That's on your Facebook page, isn't it?
Yeah. But then we can play gigs like tonight and then.
And you've got your YouTube and your SoundCloud.
Yeah.
YouTube.
so we've got YouTube now. We're on Bandcamp at the moment.
Bandcamp.
Which, and at the moment all our songs are available for free download because when we recorded them with Peter May Studios, it was we didn't splash out too much on that, so we thought it'd be easier for people to hear our music, just to give it for free, and then if we ever go to a more expensive studio, then start.
So if people want to actually check you out now, where can they go to for you?
Facebook would be the first place.
It's on Facebook.
If you type in Aesthetics Band, is it? Aesthetic?
Yeah, and from that is the Bandcamp as well. And
so thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.